As you've probably guessed, I will be talking about bonds. Let's get started. Alright, so first things first, what is a bond? Essentially what a bond is it's a piece of paper that promises the holder either one payment at the very end or multiple payments over a certain period of time. So, why buy a bond? Well, one reason might be the fact that money depreciates over time due to things like inflation. So, if you buy a bond, it's one method of helping money keep its value, in a sense, anyways. So you'll have as much today as you would years from now. And market rates for some bonds are also very high, so you can end up making some money even after you deduct depreciation. Here's an example of a single payment bond. A person wants to buy a bond that will mature in 2.5 years. The bond will pay $1,000 on the date of maturity with an annual interest rate of 5%. From this question we can get the PV, present value, the FV, the future value, the I, which is the interest rate, and T, which is time. As you can see from the formula that I've created, it's PV equals future value over 1 plus the interest rate with exponent T for time. Let's plug in values. PV is unknown, future value is 1,000, interest is 0.05, time is 2.5, and when we put this all in, we get a value of $885. Okay, so now that we've mastered single payment bonds, we'll move on to coupon bonds. For coupon bonds, the face value is paid at maturity of the bond, and a series of coupon payments are made throughout the term of the bond, but they end at the maturity of the bond. Okay, now that we sort of know what a coupon bond is, let's take a look at an example of one. A bond offers payment of its face value $2,000 in 4 years' time. Coupon payments of $200 are to be made to the lender annually. What is the present value of the bond if the market interest rate is 4%? So just like before, we're going to use basically the same formula shown below. Alright, next we plug the numbers in. So future value 1, 2, and 3 are all going to be 200. This value represents the coupon payments that are going to be made yearly for 4 years. Future value T is 2,200 because it's face value plus the last coupon payment, which is 200. So 2,000 plus 200. I is going to be 4%, and then T, 4 years. When we put that all in, we get a value of 2,435. Essentially what this value means is that in the current day, you should not pay more than $2,435 for a bond under those terms. If you pay less, it would be worth it, but with the market interest rate as 4% and the regular coupon payments, it would not be worth more than that. Okay, bond yield. Bond yield is a little different than what we were doing before, because instead of trying to find out what the present value of the bond should be, we're trying to figure out what the future value of the bond will be. And as we can see from the formula below, it's very similar to what we have just done. It's present value times 1 plus I, interest, with an exponent T to determine future value. One last thing before I end this excellent presentation is bond riskiness. Now, bond riskiness affects the value of a bond. The higher the risk of no payment, the lower the present value is, or at least should be. So you could make more on a risky bond, but the risk is you might not get paid at all. So you have to figure, is it worth it or not? And this brings me to the end of the presentation. I hope this presentation has provided you enough information to understand bonds well enough. Goodbye.